Hey people, how are we doing? So we're just about to set off on our first little solo mission, which is good. Jim's off chasing a few sheep. I helped him out yesterday, but I'm gonna make the most of the time while I can before the rifle pressure comes on. So I'm looking forward to that part. I'm really looking forward to this hunt. It's prime time of year, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to just getting out there and spending a bit of time by myself out there. Hopefully we'll, I'm really hoping I can get on to at least see a deer, but even if I just see some pigs and can put the stalk onto them, then I'll be stoked. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to plan things when I get up there. I really don't know what to expect when I get up there. The trail cameras have been showing us that there's pigs and deer around, but my abilities to kind of get myself onto them, well, that's another completely different game. You know, I'm really hoping I can make something come together, but I'm not going to talk my abilities up at as a hunter. I'm a total greenhorn at this. Well, not total greenhorn. I've tried and failed a lot. No, I feel that's how the only way you get better is by plenty of failure. So hopefully we can go out and, well, at the very least we'll learn something. Sometimes I'm not sure what it is I'm doing wrong, but anyway, it's time out in the bush, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so we're at a bit of a crossroads here. So if you look out there, that's the country I want to hunt. Scrub through there, and my friend who owns the property has told me that that's the natural thoroughfare through the property for wild animals. Now, my options are to go straight up this road, sit on a hill and glass against that hill, or I turn right and I drive up that track to the very top of that hill and look down and in. Given the wind, I think I'm gonna stay low and look up at the country and see as things feed down. I'm gonna do that for a few hours at least in the morning, and then if that doesn't work, maybe we'll try option B. I don't know what it was, but something just told me that now's the time, get out of your car and start walking. It's a bit of a longer walk than I was planning originally, but that's alright. The longer we're on foot, the better it is. I'm literally just making this up as I go. Got a little bit of a plan, but here's what it is. So I've just gotten to the spot, and the wind's not perfect where I am, so I am considering moving. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm just going to sit this out for half an hour, see what the results kind of are of me sitting here. It is kind of coming across my back and blowing down gully, and I'm looking up this way, but I'd really prefer to have it in my face. So the time has come. I think I've got to sat here for a couple of hours, not
much is happening. I think I've got to make a decision because the wind here is it's only light, but it is blowing directly up the gully that I want to hunt. It's pretty much the main thoroughfare for the place. I'm kind of at a crossroads of, do I stay here knowing that my smell goes down towards that gully, or do I go behind me up onto that ridge line and walk around and look down into the gully? So that's kind of what I'm trying to weigh up at the moment. It's also very hard to see anything moving through that gully at the moment just because of the tree cover. Yeah, it's very hard to see through the canopies, so I can only see the opening out of the gully. So I'm going to wait probably another 15 minutes. If nothing happens, then we might go work the ridge line or something. See, maybe even pushing up through the gully might be an option. Just made it up the top of this ridge line, and now I've got the wind in my face. It's good things. I'm going to be hunting kind of down and to the right down here, just along here. Good times. I've just crossed the gully. I'm just trying to get my bearings of where I am. I was moving pretty quick because there's a shitload of ground to cover. But I made pretty good time. I think they're going to be down at the dam. So let's see what we can do. I'm just moving in on the area that I spotted them. There's a dam there, so hopefully they're drinking. I'm just moving very slowly. Over there. See him just by that tree there. I'm going to set up, ditch the bag, and get the stalking. There's two little pigs just there and there. I managed to get you guys stupidly close. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a plan of attack. If I come around down the damn wall, this damn wall, this way, I've got two small guys just here. But the big fella is the one that I want. I'll settle for any. Let's try and make some magic happen. it's a big milestone in my hunting game for me, so I'm just going to watch them for a while and figure out the best plan. I might use that fallen tree as cover and get as close as I can. Or I might wait and see if they come up there to me. shit. Holy fucking shit. I never understood it until now. My heart is leaping out of my chest. That big sow came into 10 meters. And I got her. I got her good. I'm 90% sure the shot was good. She had a red dot on her. She squealed. And then she went for it. I used to watch hunting films and see people in the state that I'm in and be like, what are they on about? Man. We did it, baby. Fucking did it. We did it! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Oh, I'm so stoked. 10 meters, man. Waiting paid off. That was amazing. That was truly amazing. Let's go see if we can find an arrow. That's where she came into, just there. Literally just there. We got blood. And lots of it. Few people know the feeling. It is. Oh man. She's gonna be hard to find in these thistles. Very hard. But we're gonna look till we find her. Guys, I am stoked. I'm on a high right now. Oh, I got the big one, the sow. She looked at least 60. At least 60. First pig on the new bow. Let's get to work. So, having a little bit of trouble tracking her, but if I hope you'll understand why. We're kind of dealing with like chest high thistles. The shot may have been a little back, but I'm pretty confident, like that broad head going through you and single bevel kind of twisting, it's got to have done enough damage. So what we're going to do is get the dogs up here and use their lovely little snoots to help us find her. She'll be down somewhere. But there's too much blood on the arrow, so yeah, let's wait and see. The dogs are on their way. We fucking found her, boys. We found her! She's gone about 300 meters. There it is. Good dogs. That's a big pig. That's a big pig. That's a fully grown Kelpie. That's a pig. Oh man, I'm so stoked. I came out this morning and I came up the track and the wind was no good. So I was really umming and ahhing about what I should do next because my wind was blowing directly into this gully. I could have made the decision to backtrack and go back the other way and walk the ridgeline, but I decided to push on and come along this ridgeline up here. As I did so, I looked down with my binos and I saw this mob of pigs. There was about 8 of them, but this girl was the biggest, this big sow.
Now I snuck in, and as I came in, I got to about 40. I tried to set the camera up, that's why we couldn't get the shot on camera. But I snuck myself into about 20 or 30 meters from where they were feeding, and they were feeding around a dam, and I just kind of blended myself in against that dam and let them kind of feed towards me. They came into about 10 meters, and I had to play the patience game for her to come closest, because all the little ones came real close to me, but I had to wait for this big girl to come to me. She came to about 10 meters, and I took the shot, and I thought we weren't going to find her because the shot was a little high. She was facing directly at me, so I kind of had to get at angles to try and hit her. Found her. I couldn't be happier, guys. This is an awesome experience. This is a big pig. Hey people, I've just got back to the car, and I am on one hell of a high. After that pig hunt, I just want to, I'm absolutely taken back by the experience. I never used to understand how much people carried on like when they shot an animal. But now I fully understand it with a bow, because the amount of time and effort, physical effort that goes into it, it is exhausting. This morning I walked kilometers and kilometers, and it was just by chance that I saw those pigs where I did, and I saw them from nearly a kilometer away, probably probably about 700 meters as the crow flies. But when you take into account the amount of gully and the hills that you've got to climb to cover that ground, there's probably about a kilometer of walking in there. And I spotted them, and I came in, and the one thing that I realized when I was sitting there with my bow drawn back is you get one opportunity, only one, and that can be your trip gone if you bugger that up. So, and it all happens so quickly. I rethink it now, and there's things I could have done better, but that's part of the learning experience. Because I got caught up in the hype. I had this pig 10 meters away from me, and you know, I had a shot on her, but it was a little far back. I could have done better, but that's okay. That's okay. We got her in the end. We got what we needed out of her, and it was a good experience. You know, like, that's one less pig on this farm. It was a big pig, and it was a great experience for me. A great hunt. I'm over the moon with it for that to be my first pig with my new bow. You know, as we were pulling her up the hill, she weighs about 80 kilos. If we dressed her out, she'd drop 20. But I just cannot believe the experience and how overwhelming it all is when it finally does happen. If you're like I was, I've been on so many hunts in the past 18 months with nothing has come out of them. I'm lucky if I even see animals, but this time it all came together. And if you're in the position that I was all of about 2-3 hours ago, where you didn't have anything on the deck yet with your bow, keep pushing. Keep pushing, it'll happen. It happened for me, it can happen for you. Keep pushing.